this morning about what's his name? Seth Green, that he had a stolen ape and he got it back. Did you hear about that? Like, I never heard of someone who's got stolen and then got something back.
Wait,
I was
how
on
did he
his
get it
face
back?
yesterday.
Technically,
And
he got it back. He bought it back.
Oh,
300K.
that's why I wasn't filling with.
We had a case in London, Tal, where Lavinia de Osborne went to the courts and she got given her assets back, and it is like amazing. She said my apes were stolen, so we've got a legal precedent set. So it is quite funny, but it was set, and she had the proof that she owned it, and all of a sudden it disappeared from her wallet, and she was reinstated. So in the UK, though it is slow in growing into the NFT space, we have a precedent set that it was accepted. So it's amazing. It's amazing. I think it is lovely. I haven't, was this true? Sorry, can I just ask, the BAYC that you're mentioning, was that when it happened on the Discord stroke Twitter sort of, Discord, not Twitter, sorry, on the Discord scam for BAYC? Is that what you're referring to?
I didn't understand the question, if it was to
No,
me.
I think
Funny.
this was a previous scam or maybe phishing link or whatnot. I can't remember exactly. I don't believe it was from this last attack from the past week or so.
Yeah, okay. I was just trying to figure out, because he put a big statement that he doesn't like Discord. I don't like Discord. Let me put my hands up. I hate Discord. But it was good to hear that. And I said to, I can't remember who the BAYC sort of leaders, but I did put it up on his Twitter. I hate Discord, so I agree with you completely. But I thought it was that particular scam. They've had so many scams, though. Can I just ask? So many scams happening, and it's always happening to BAYC and to, I believe something happened with WoW as well. So can we maybe discuss why it's happening to, what the reasoning?
Oh, go ahead, Bunnies.
No, please go right ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying a lot of it's less so hacking and more so social engineering. And the reason it's happening so often is because we're getting so many new people into the space. It's exactly the same thing like when email first happened, and AOL was a thing, and you'd get something in your mail. It says, hey, you just won the lottery, click here. And, people would, and then people got scammed, until ultimately it happened enough times where people are like, oh, if it says click here and it's in all caps and it's blue and it's underlined, like, don't click it. It's just a matter of education, really, is why people keep getting scammed.
It is harder, though, Brett, when they actually do hack. For example, the most recent one with the Bakes, where their actual Discord was hacked, and they put up an announcement there, or it was actually, I don't know if it was their Discord, or I believe it came from one of their maybe mods or admins or somebody that had access, and they were able to post something in there, I believe, from what I gathered. Which, technically that's kind of tough to decipher from.
That's tough, dude.
It's a hard one. That should be, and I guess that's where Nanda's comment isn't so far off. Like, the fact that we are that vulnerable, where somebody can, not necessarily even hack the entire Discord, but compromise a user in the Discord that has access, and that user puts up a scam link. It takes seconds when you've got activity and, thousands of messages pumping out daily, especially in hype projects. And it's scary because, I myself, I don't own a bake. I own some land. So let's say, for example, I went and saw that would have caught everybody. Like, it was, they mentioned any make holders, land, the dogs. So really, I could see people getting caught up in something like that. But again, so many simple little things like creating a burn wallet, or just a wallet that's exclusively used only for minting. And if you do get caught, just put the money that you need in there for mint and to list it, or however, transfer, or whatever you need. If you get scammed, there it goes. It's one down and you can easily recover. And keep those DMs closed. People still haven't figured that out.
Yep, DMs close. Great idea, dude. Yeah, burner wallets are definitely, something that is absolutely necessary, I feel, in this space. Definitely you should have, burner wallets. You should, if you do have valuable assets, you should absolutely look into getting a ledger. and keep some of that stuff in cold storage offline if they are super valuable assets, then even if you do get compromised, even if it's to nobody's fault, but the bad actor, I mean, again, people's mod accounts get hacked. It was something that happened with Boss Beauties not too long ago too. Their Discord, one of their mods had their system compromised, and then because that person was a mod, just essentially took away privileges from all the other mods. So now there was nobody there to stop it, and it was a whole big thing. And I mean, there's not great ways to prevent that from happening. But again, doing things like using a burner wallet, really making sure that even if it's on a trusted, came from somebody trusted, there's ways, look at what you're connecting to, look at what you're signing, things like that with your wallet. There's a lot of different ways, but yeah, it's, they get more and more creative the better we get at trying to stop them.
And everybody just needs to slow down a little bit, especially when things are moving fast. Right now we've seen a lot of the hype around these free mints and all these other things.
Oh no.
Is it me? Okay.
Nope.
Well, yeah. Well, I want to complete what Bunny said, so make sure you are not clicking any links. One of my good friends but his doodle got wiped out because he clicked the wrong link. So even if your grandmother or your sister or your best friend is sending you a link, don't click on it. Maybe he doesn't know, So make sure you don't click links if it's not coming from the project itself, from their, tweet or something that it's official. I also got burned out many years ago. It feels like many years ago. When I just started my journey, I clicked the wrong link and I went to DM, to be precise, and I clicked the wrong link and I got, my money was drawn out. So you have to be careful from that, and definitely try to go to your MetaMask from time to time and disconnect sites. There's an option there to disconnect sites. So make sure you are disconnected from different sites. Although this is not what's going to, affect too much, but it is good to be disconnected. That's the best thing to do. Yeah, and if you have a seed phrase, definitely keep it in the safe, not on your computer, not on your, on your phone. You can either write it on a note, swallow it, and never shit again, or just, put it somewhere in the ground. Whatever you want, just make sure you are hiding it very, very careful. And remember also where you put it so you won't be losing it. That's what happens to me. I'm hiding the phone from my daughter, so I'm keeping on hiding it around the house, and I never find my phone. Like, I never find it. It just, I'd never find it. And I have to tell you, I have to tell you something that happened to me yesterday, and I'm still like shocked that it happened to me. So I actually got an invoice in my PayPal account, and it said it's an invoice for $500 from Bitcoin Exchange. And I'm like, what is that? I asked my CFO, and she said, I don't know. It's probably personal for you, something personal. So I'm like, okay, I don't know this. And then I opened this invoice, and there's a phone number on the bottom. And I opened it, and I didn't call them. I said, okay, I'm going to check out through PayPal itself. I went into my PayPal account. I saw this invoice in my PayPal account. I opened the invoice, and there was this phone on the bottom. So I called this company. A guy over there with an India, accent talked to me, and he said, "Hi, welcome to PayPal. Da, da, da. What's your name? What's your number? What's your this and that?" I'm like, "Okay, I got an invoice. It's not mine. I don't know what it is." He said, "Okay, you probably got scammed. Let me go into your computer and check." I'm like, no, I don't think so. You're not going into my computer. Why do you need to go to my computer? Because we need to connect your safe saver, our safety saver, security saver to your account, something bullshit.com. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. That doesn't sound too fishy. So I hanged up and I went back to PayPal, and I saw this invoice again. So I said to myself, okay, well, that's the only phone I see here. So I called again to see who's answering, and there's someone else answering, also from India. And he said the same things, like that they have to connect the security. And he told me, can you download AnyDesk, please? And I literally downloaded AnyDesk, which I already had on my computer. And for those who don't know, AnyDesk is the opportunity for them to get control on my computer from far. And I downloaded it, and I'm like, I'm still shocked I did it, but they went into my computer, they looked at the screen of PayPal, and then he started to go around the computer, and I immediately disconnected him. And I told him, and he went to my MetaMask, like directly, like he knew where it is, like the extension on Chrome. And he went to my MetaMask and he clicked on it, and I disconnected him immediately. And I said, I understood that this is a scam. Someone was trying to take over my computer, and I was still shocked that I enabled downloading that AnyDesk on my computer. But I called PayPal. I went to Google and I looked for their customer support, and I told them about the story, and they said, no, it's scam, and you can just cancel this invoice, and that's it. And I got safe. But can you imagine how many people, if I did that, and I never fall for these things. I'm the last person to fall for these things, because I am, I live this thing. It's my life. It's my, MetaMask and technology and everything. And I know about scammers, and they made me download AnyDesk, which is like the worst thing to do. And I actually did it. And last minute, I'm telling you, I was saved by I don't know by what, by my half-cooked brain in the last minute that he was clicking my MetaMask, and I disconnected him. And wow, I'm like shocked. And I cannot imagine how many people, fell for it and lost so many things. So I can just, I'm just like, anyway, I'm just still shocked from it, and I happy I could share it with someone.
It's almost like a trance they put you in when you're on the phone with them, or when you're connected to them.
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah.
I've caught myself doing that too. I've been had for over $60,000 at one point back in November. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I clicked on a link because I was waiting for a giveaway from a different NFT project, and they knew that apparently I was waiting for the giveaway, and they sent me a DM, which I thought it was an announcement in Discord, because they show up the same way as a notification on your phone. And I went to it and did that, and I even interacted with the smart contract and realized, uh-oh. And then after that, they wiped me clean. I think I had like 5 wrapped Ethereum, 2.5 Olympus DAO when it was at its all-time high, and then I had an additional 20,000 worth of ETH inside that wallet too. So it happens, and it's crazy how it happens, because it happens so fast that you don't even realize what hits you whenever it happens. And it happens to the people that know about security the most, and even have protocols in place to prevent it. But it's just one of those things where it somehow hijacks your emotions, and then you run on a fight or flight adrenaline.
Yeah.
Guys, it happened to me, and I lost like $1,200, which was very upsetting. But more than that, what was upsetting is that I had to delist each and every of my NFTs from the ETH blockchain, and that cost me an additional $300 to $400. So forget the money I lost on the scam, that is fine. But I lost an additional, I lost an additional $600 just in delisting from ETH. So I am still trying to get over what happened to me, and I've become so careful. I don't go to Discord, I don't transact, and I think there should be a way or something that makes us feel safe, because when I'm at my bank, I feel safe. So someone needs to come in, and then I'm going back to centralization, which I don't want. So I am in a nomad land between decentralization and centralization, and I don't know how anyone else feels about it, but what I'm really pleased about is MetaMask has now announced if you've got hacked. So I got hacked twice, and I've lost $1,200 to $1,400. Forget the amount I had to list and delist my NFTs. But MetaMask, I don't know if anyone knows this, but MetaMask has appointed a new security sort of thing where you can... Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on in. Sorry, I've just got the gas man in. Apologies for breaking it there for a minute.
Oh, good. No worries.
Sorry, apologies. But basically, Please help. But basically, I think going back to this, I don't know what the solution is, but there has to be a solution. It has to be somewhere between Web 2 and Web 3, and it has to be somewhere between centralization and decentralization. I know that there are some companies who have set up legal judicial sort of courts on the Web3 where you can go and claim your case and stuff like that. But I really like the fact that MetaMask has now appointed someone, and I'm going to share a tweet right now and pin it to the top in a minute about how one can sort of complain to MetaMask and how they can help us. It's a free service for all of us who have ever had any hacks. So
Thank you,
I'll
Nat.
try and
Thank you, Nat.
find it. Yeah.
I'd love to also just real quick, I'd like to bring up too that if anybody's not aware, there's a site called revoke.cash. And what you do is you can connect to it and it will show you every contract that you've ever authorized your signature for. And the allowances that you've allowed for that contract. You know, most likely you can see that between tokens and also NFTs. Most of the NFT ones, if you've ever sold anything, will say, yes, you've given OpenSea permission. That one is fine. That's how OpenSea, you know, when you sell an item, that you're giving OpenSea permission to actually make that transfer for you. But you know, it's a great tool to use, and you can also revoke permissions from anything that you've ever connected to. It's revoke.cash. I highly recommend that.
And you'd be amazed how many platforms we have already given permission to. It's crazy, guys. Hello everyone. And
Hey,
Nanda.
hey.
Hey, how are you? Congratulations, huh? Oh my God.
Thank
so
you.
cute. I was dying. I was looking at the baby and you, and that was amazing. That feminine energy was contagious. What's up, Artie? How are you?
Hi, Meta Queen. Good
Long
to
time
see
no
you.
talk.
It has been. It has been. I like your PFP over there.
Thank you so much. Yes, it was actually inspired by yours. Not gonna lie.
Wow.
Yep.
I was feeling we had a little bit of a something going on here.
Yeah, I loved it. I hope you don't mind. Do you mind?
This is art. We appreciate inspiration. It's a beautiful thing.
That's
Yes,
perfect.
beautiful.
I
And
love it. In the revoke. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say that Revoke.cash didn't have a Twitter for a long time, and now I think they have a Twitter account. I was trying to share a link on the top here from their account, but it seems like they have I don't know if it's their account or not, so I'm not going to share anything.
Yeah, but you know, that was actually a great piece of advice for anybody in this space who hasn't heard that before. Write that down. Go check out that platform. In the worst case scenario, should you or any friends or anybody in your community ever get hacked or say, I think I just clicked on a link and oh shit, my wallet's getting drained or anything along, this is one of those ways that you can stop the bleeding by revoking that permission. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't read those nuances and so forth, and that's where they really get caught up when they're clicking those bad links. But yeah, thank you for sharing that, because it's really, I've seen way too many people take use of it. Unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, our own Twitter account got hacked, and that was a bit of a disaster, and they did the same thing, phishing links up there and stuff like that. And I mean, thousands of messages to Twitter. It took them almost a week to get the account back to us, probably 5-6 days just to secure it back, or at least prevent them from tweeting. And then it didn't stop them from DMing everybody in our under the sun that was in our thing. So a lot of people did get taken. You know, we did our best to try and make everybody whole and bring things back, and you know, didn't want to pull one of those moves some other communities have done, where they just leave them entirely abandoned. I feel we do take some responsibility, as it's our socials. These are our domains. These are your safe places. But it's not technically a project's responsibility. There is, you know, Beeple got hacked the same day as us and had over 400,000 or so claim like that were recorded in theft from wallets through phishing links. Something claimed Beeple by Louis Vuitton or some collab that wasn't happening. And of course, you get enough people that just jump and run and don't check out anything, don't ask to verify that it's a legitimate link. And his response was, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So keep that in mind, especially with all these free mints and especially projects that aren't notorious for doing flash mints. Like you're never going to see Bunny Buddies just come up and, oh, free mint for everybody. We have 4,200 holders, 8,888 bunnies. Chances are the Discord's going to get that first or get an opportunity first, right? So always jump in, take a look at the official links, check 3-4 times, especially if you haven't taken the steps of burner wallets and you're putting yourself at additional exposure. So great topic to cover. It's very relevant. It's been happening daily in the space. Millions and millions get lost in a blink of an eye. And yeah, it's blockchain related, so you don't really have too many people to help you out.
And
Verify URL spelling.
another piece of alpha for Nanda, since you needed to pay that much money. I never had to delist a lot of listings, but I've seen people delist all. So there is an option that you can delist all for, I think, $6. So explore that option. I hope it doesn't happen again.
How did you
Oh,
do this?
that is
I
the
am
move,
so
by the way.
upset. Tell me all about it. I am on Foundation and I'm on known origin. Please tell me all the tricks, because when I went to delist on Foundation, they make you go through each and every NFT, and because it's on the ETH blockchain, you have to be careful. Do you know what I mean? So you list on the ETH blockchain and then you list and then you delist. That's the basic thing. So Meta Queen, please help me. I paid the charges and I've delisted and so on. And now I've gone on to OpenSea to do my listing, and it's on the Polygon. But I've got the 3 NFTs, which I would love to relist. But again, I don't want to pay the gas fees. So I am just holding back because, frankly speaking, I am so new to NFT. I'm a traditional artist and I'm an artist and I speak from the heart. I am not a financial and number crunching person, and nor am I a trader where you sell and then you resell. I am just not thinking right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my whole strategy is wrong. So please do share. Thank you.
I'm not sure about Foundation, but on OpenSea there is a delist all option, and for listing you can actually lazy mint. You don't have to pay gas fee for every one of your pieces. You can just open a collection and pay one fee for the collection and list under the collection. Have you done that? Do you know about that?
I have listed on OpenSea, on Matic, on Polygon, so that's where I am with my series A Beautiful Mind. I was on Foundation, and then I am supposed to go on known origin, but it's like, I know it's scary, but I don't know what experiences you've had, all of you on the panel, but once you get sort of burnt a little bit, I become hesitant to even go down the ETH route. Though I'm an ETH girl and I believe in ETH and Bitcoin, those are my two sort of go-to. I'm very safe. I don't trade, like I said. So I'm struggling as to, what is right and what is wrong. So I need to get my head around these things.
I'm not gonna lie, I have lost money here and there just as a lesson, and I think it's something that happens often. Like sometimes, I don't know, you guys can share too, sometimes some money just goes in the ether and you never find it. Like once I bridged, I think $800, and that money, I could never find it. I couldn't even find the transaction. I don't know what I did wrong, but sometimes things happen and you learn from it. So don't be too scared, and it is a learning experience for everyone. We are all learning.
All the time, we're all learning, that's for sure.